The United States says it will begin a naval blockade targeting all maritime traffic entering and exiting Iranian ports and coastal waters, starting Monday. According to the U.S. Central Command, the move will apply to vessels of all nations and will be enforced across key Iranian maritime routes in the Arabian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. However, officials clarified that ships transiting the Strait of Hormuz to non-Iranian destinations will not be directly blocked. Donald Trump said U.S. forces would intercept vessels allegedly paying illegal tolls to Iran, warning that no ship involved would be allowed safe passage. He also claimed that the U.S. Navy would begin destroying mines placed in the Strait of Hormuz, escalating tensions in one of the world's most critical energy corridors.
That a lot of very good things are happening with regard to the Strait, Hormuz, and a lot of good things are happening for our country. It's been very strong. I would say it's holding well. Their military is destroyed. 10 o'clock tomorrow, we have a blockade going into effect. That'll be 10 o'clock tomorrow. Other nations are working so that Iran will not be able to sell oil. What we notice and what we see and what I think is maybe my idea, maybe not, I don't know. But there are many boats heading toward our country to fill up with oil and then go and take it. So they're not going to go through the Hormuz Strait. And ultimately that'll be corrected. They are in very good shape, and we're very proud of them, the two pilots, yeah. I think Iran is in very bad shape. I think they're very desperate. We had a meeting that lasted 21 hours. We understand the situation better than anybody, and Iran's in very bad shape. And just so you understand, Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. Will not have. There is no way that they're going to get. They still want it. And they made that clear the other night. Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. You know, we spend trillions of dollars on NATO to help them guard really against Russia. When you think of it, we're guarding against Russia. And I've long thought it was a little ridiculous, but we spend trillions of dollars doing it. And I think that's going to be under very serious examination.
The announcement comes after high-level negotiations in Islamabad failed to produce a breakthrough between Washington and Tehran. It was the first direct U.S.-Iran engagement in over a decade, aimed at stabilizing a fragile ceasefire and reducing tensions in the Gulf region. But talks reportedly collapsed over Iran's nuclear program and maritime access issues. Iran has strongly rejected U.S. demands, including limits on uranium enrichment and cuts to regional alliances. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said Iran faced maximalism and shifting goalposts during negotiations and accused Washington of blocking progress. Iran's leadership warned that any military action in the Strait of Hormuz would be treated as a violation of the ceasefire. The region remains highly sensitive, with both sides accusing each other of provoking instability. Oil prices surged sharply following the announcement, crossing the $100 per barrel mark. Global markets reacted with concern as shipping routes tightened and investors braced for potential supply disruptions through the Gulf. While President Trump signaled confidence that Iran may still return to negotiations, he also downplayed the urgency of continued talks. Iranian officials, including President Masoud Pezeshkian, insisted that any future agreement must be balanced and based on international law. Meanwhile, Iranian Parliamentary Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf warned that the U.S. move would have consequences for global energy markets. With tensions rising and diplomacy stalled, the Strait of Hormuz remains at the center of a growing geopolitical crisis. Analysts warn that even a limited blockade could have major implications for global oil supply, inflation, and regional security.